Hello YouTube! Today I have a nice educational video for you guys, very much a lane focused video. And the elo we're playing in is Masters and Diamonds. And the things I'm going to be teaching slash showing you today are entirely reproducible. These are patterns that you can do in your games. And they should have a lot of value in terms of understanding what you're supposed to be doing in lane and how you're supposed to execute these ideas, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. And it's actually a lane where a lot of you guys I think would struggle with in the comments. The quirky and the brand. Everyone always complains about brand. He does a million damage. Everyone complains about quirky. This guy does a million damage. So I will show you exactly what you guys need to do in order to not only have the advantage in lane, but also just like outright win the game through a laning phase. Okay. And before we continue with the video, I have a word from our sponsor today. Do you ever watch clips of pro ADCs and wonder how their mechanics are so good? They put in countless hours into the game to improve their mechanics, but for most of us, that's not really a realistic option. That's what Skill Gap was created for. So Skill Gap is a training tool designed to help you improve your league mechanics as quickly and as efficiently as possible. There are some core mechanics it can help you work on: dodging skill shots, precise last hitting, kiting forward and backwards, aiming skill shots, and even auto spacing. Some of you guys don't even know what auto spacing is. That one is super hard, and I'm working on it myself in the tool. It's also super convenient to practice since you can just load it up fast during queue and champion select, unlike the league practice tool. There are 10 levels of difficulty in Skill Gap's practice tasks, and the hardest levels can be even harder than League itself. That way, when you're back in the game, you'll notice a huge improvement in performance. Honestly, some of the higher levels are way too hard for me, so I'm working my way up there myself. One really cool thing that Skill Gap does is that it designs a personalized daily routine for you based on your strengths and weaknesses. That way, if you don't know where to start or what you want to work on, it literally just gives you training to do. So this can help a lot with your blind spots in your gameplay. Like, I thought I was pretty good at timing stuff, but the scheduled practice showed me that I was actually impatient on every input, which makes a lot of sense given my gameplay. Anyways, I know you guys want to improve and get better, and I really do believe Skill Gap can help you work on your mechanics. I actually believe in it, and I've been using this tool every day between games on stream. So if you want to see what it looks like, you can come watch me use it, or you can test it for free using my link in the description below. Okay, now that sponsor segment is over, let us get started with the video. Here, we are just going to do the laning phase only. So I'll define that as laning phase is when the first tower is destroyed, for bot at least, I guess, or until 14 minutes shows up, which is when Herald spawns. Usually you want to go mid and play for Herald. When the 14-minute mark happens, that's when the plates are gone as well. So anyways, let's go and watch from the beginning, see how we had such a dominant game and how we got here. The first thing you want to do when you are playing, when you're loading into the game, I'm going to try not pause because I know a lot of people have been complaining about pausing. It makes the video look bad. One of the most important things you should be doing as you load in is you ask yourself, what are we supposed to be doing in this lane? How do we win this lane? And, what are our goals in this lane? Okay, goals could be like, I'm just trying to not die, or I'm trying to go up 20 CS, or I'm just trying to go down 20 CS chilling, you want to know how you want to play your lane, and you want to set goals. So for example, if this Nami lane, we would love to trade, right? Take small trades. And then the brand lane, usually look at supports when you look at matchup. Brand lane wants to poke and catch with CC. Okay, so what does that mean? I want to take small trades, and they want to try and hit me for free and or catch me with a brand stun. And you'll see the first thing I did in lane is go for a small trade. Now, if you know what you want, hit me with a little bit of poke here, but then I got him back by turning into a trade because he walked up for some reason. If you know what you want in lane and your opponent does not know what they want, / they don't know what you want, you will actually be able to find favorable interactions on minions. Okay, yeah, and also you should know when are we supposed to apply our matchup ideas. You want to apply them when minions are dying. Okay, so when Corky wants a minion, I'm gonna look for a short trade. When I want a minion, like right there, Brand's gonna look to try and poke me. And as it turns into this little mini game of, now that you know what your lane wants, can you apply it on every single minion? So he wants a minion, I am trying to trade, right? It's as simple as that. And you'll see me do something interesting, like I short hop for an extra auto on my bomb charge. Now, why would I do that? I just want to trade. I just get an extra hit in. And as long as I'm not getting poked, it is totally acceptable. Right? As long as I'm not getting poked or caught out, and we are continuing our short trade, it's acceptable, right? Totally acceptable. You can get a little creative, right? As long as you know what your underlying goal is, which is for us short trade. The matchup doesn't change the entire time. I'm going to be looking for short trades. I'm going to be looking for catches. Okay, so here we actually hit level 3. If you don't know what level 3 is, it's the first 2 melee minions after the cannon wave. So I just went for immediately for a trade. I wasn't even trying to kill them. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like going, oh, this is gonna be a great short trade because we're level 3, and it just turns out that Corky just died. Okay, you'll notice that my mechanics aren't looking so great. You know, I got hit by the brand stun and whatnot, but that's because I haven't been playing in like 4 days, so I'm kind of like unresting. Kind of push it. We're shoving. I mean, because Corky died, we're shoving and then letting Jax dive here. He died for it, but it's totally worth. You know, it's kind of funny. Nami healed the wrong guy, so you'll see that a lot of mistakes happen in this Diamond 1 Masters range. If you are watching and you are below this rank, you're trying to get to this rank. You can get there. Okay, like yeah, you can get there. Okay. Anyways, yeah, once we found enough favorable trades, we were in a position where we could just take a fight when we hit level 3, and then they just died, right? Like if they, let's say for example, they were full HP, they didn't make any mistakes on minions in terms of giving us the small trades that we wanted, then there's no way we're going to kill them there, right? There's actually no chance. But because we took a bunch of small trades and accumulated a bunch of small advantages, it added up into something tangible. And I want you to think something tangible. It can be kills, but I want you to think the best thing is something that impacts the map, which is your jungle and mid. Did you get your jungle kill? Did you get your jungle a favorable position, maybe baiting enemy jungle and letting your jungle gank top, okay? You need to impact the map somehow, okay? These small advantages need to influence the map eventually. Otherwise, it's completely worthless. Winning bot is completely worthless, okay? I mean, you win bot, just give shutdown to a solo laner, for example. FF, agreed? Anyways, we pull the wave here. We want to see what they're doing. And then we want to help our jungle if possible. It looks like Jax wants to fight. So I'm like, okay, short trade looks good. And then they use abilities on Nami, so we know it's instant 1, right? And then the Corky flash over, so it was a little bit hard. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to relax. And then we're not going to commit to anything here until I know I can kill something. So you see me dancing here, right? I'm like dancing, like trying to figure out what to do. And then the instant I see my lethal angle with bomb, and I send it. Okay, so if you're not really sure what to do in this kind of position, you just take it slow. It's okay. You don't have to commit. You don't have to commit all in somebody. You don't have to commit all your abilities. Just take the fight slow and remind yourself, only try and do good things and dodge enemy abilities. Okay, so good things would be like looking for an all-in with my bomb, trying to short trade with Nami abilities, not dying to enemy like stun, right? Anything like that. And then once you find the good play, once you find the lethal angle, then you send it. Okay, so for me, it was, once I saw that bomb was up and Warwick is in deep, okay, we can commit Warwick, and whatever happens, we'll probably end up winning because we killed the jungle, right? So after we win the fight, you get the spoils of war, you get to push the wave and go home. If you don't know, you should try and go home the first opportunity you get. Meaning you can base and you won't lose minions. Why? Because minions are how we get golden XP. You don't want to do the thing where you push and then you stay, and then now you can't base without losing a wave, because that would be missing your base timer, right? A lot of people, they like to stay, they hit the plate, and then they realize the enemy bot laner is back, and then they try and get the wave, they can't get the wave, now they're stuck, right? That's probably happened to you guys 100 times. So when in doubt, crash, immediately base. Sometimes you can crash and try to play for more. You can play for play, you can play for camp, you can play for objective or something. But when in doubt, crash and take your first opportunity to base. Okay, like you see here. That way you try and miss as few minions and gold. Minions, XP, and gold as possible. So here, coming back to lane, we see that Jax is playing top side, so we're just kind of chilling, trying to see where the Warwick is. I'm trying to suss out what they're thinking, and I'm like, okay, I think they don't know we're here, so I'm just going to play off bubble, we can all in. Our matchup also includes catch, which is conditional CC. So the instant we hit conditional CC, we send it, right? Just make sure we flash their conditional CC. So in this case, it was the brand Q, right? Make sure that there's two sides to the matchup. One is your side. Are you applying what your matchup is good at? And two, can you avoid what your opponent's matchup is good at? So in our case, bubble was something we want, and then bomb is something they want. Here we go for a low dive here. We notice that he's staying away from the tower because he wants to avoid the bomb damage on the turret. And what I did there, I actually was not intending to kill him. But again, I was looking for a small trade with Nami W and Nami E. I just jumped past the tower and started taking short trades with auto attacks, right? And then it just so happened to kill him. Like I wasn't planning to kill him. He just killed himself. Here, I take another short trade with Brand. I'm like, okay, it's worth canceling my base if this guy just has 0 HP. So I take a short trade. Again, these are just short trades. I'm not trying to kill anyone here. I'm just trying to do what my matchup says we should do. And by having this as your general guideline, you will naturally find angles that will give you these supposedly small advantages, but now they're big advantages, right? They're like huge advantages. After push, I didn't base, even though it was my time to base, because my jungler was deep in their ass and I needed to help him. Okay, so you see here, we're trying to do our best to help. We see our angle to kill all in, and we made a huge mistake here. So I try and go for more, but the problem is that our our millionaire base when she saw Jax take their chickens was kind of strange. So this is a little bit unfortunate by me. I should have been paying attention to what my millionaire is doing, but again, rusty. Okay, I haven't been playing for like 4 or 5 days. So cut me some slack. Haha. XD, big int. But it's okay. It's okay. We can recover from this. I gave shutdown to not their jungle or mid. I gave shutdown to Corki. Totally fine, guys. Look, if you give your shutdown or if you die to enemy bot lane, nobody cares unless they can like start Omega taking over the game. But if you give it to the enemy jungle or the mid, you're getting cooked. Okay, that is actually game losing. Do not die to enemy jungle or mid, like under any circumstances. Like if you die to them, it better be for your jungle or mid to kill them. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's very important. Very important. If you don't realize this in season 14, then you are probably 50% win rate, coin flipping every game, hoping your team is better. Okay, you need to know this fact. No matter what you do in lane, it doesn't matter if you win if you feed enemy mid jungle. Okay. Done. Anyways, rant over. Anyways, push wave, go help jungle. When in doubt, don't play by yourself. You must play for the team. Around the 8-minute mark, everything was team play. He's doing the dragon. I'm not going to walk up and hit the tower. I'm going to help him do dragon first so that we can move as a team, right? And then after that, we push and then Jax thinks he has some kind of like angle here. So here again, we're gonna look for a short trade, and then we are going to play off that. I think Jax is sending it a little bit early. I'm trying to finish the wave here. So this doesn't look like it's going very well. I'm coming to see what we can do, and I see that they use abilities, so I'm just gonna go on Corki here. And Aurora is also here for the 4-man. They died to a Giga Explosion. If you were wondering why I played it so conservatively, it's because I'm watching out for Warwick the entire time. And at one point, I'm like, okay, I think that even if Warwick is here, we just win. Slash, if he is here, he would be here by now. Also, we have Aurora coming, and their mid's not moving, so we're kind of chilling. So then I decide to commit. Okay, a lot of ADC is not mentally committing to something, whether it's by using your abilities or all-inning them, until you are absolutely sure. The instant you commit and you're not sure and you fucked up, that's how you giga throw. Okay, just like how I committed in the enemy jungle and Malzahar was committed when it was a bad time, giga throw, right? Anyways, we take our first opportunity to base. You don't see me stick around, right? Because if you stick around here and work is not somehow on the void grubs, we're just fucking trolling for sure, right? So yeah, you need to take your base when you can. When in doubt, like if there is something interesting to learn that people don't want to teach you, or is that people don't emphasize a lot, it's actually when to base. You should study the best players' timings to base. Okay, that'll give you an insight on what you're supposed to be doing. Because a lot of times, I think a lot of you guys literally just don't base, and you're like, what was I supposed to do here? I have like 2,000 gold, bro. You're supposed to find a way to base. Okay, so here I take a short trade. You notice that my intention wasn't actually to kill him. I just wanted to take the trade, and then I ended up killing. I ended up killing both. Like I'm not trying to kill them. Okay, I'm just like, oh, I think I can take a fight here. In this case, once I hit Corki a few times, I was like, oh, I just kill his ass, right? So yeah, the brand just like straight up left his ass. Oh, okay, I think Nas is like here for some reason. You just jump away. But yeah, they're like hitting my tower. I was like, I can just do a bunch of damage to him, and then I realized I could kill him. Okay, not all lethal starts from knowing you have lethal. A lot of lethal starts from knowing what what your best next move is. Like if you ever play chess, for example, checkmates don't necessarily have to be planned 14 moves in ahead. Eventually, you know, playing the best moves, pressuring the king, will eventually give you checkmate, right? Sometimes it does have to have a little planning. Like, you know, you need to know that you're going to flash the brand Q, right? When you jump in on Nami bubble, that's like planning out checkmate, right? Like 3 moves in advance. But oftentimes it's just making the best possible move in the moment, which is like taking the queen, you know, and jumping on Corki with like omega damage. And then like you take the queen, you naturally just like kill his ass, right? Anyways, I think we're the laning phase is pretty much over. We're just like come to lane, push, you know, making sure we're like pushing safe. We're not kind of fall for any tricks, like any Warwick tricks or something like that. This is where they like run around for you. For Tribush, I saw Warwick on the chickens. So then now I take the tower, and that is the end of laning phase. It's pretty much the end of the game as well. We can pause now because the game is pretty much over, but pretty much the end of the game. Now what do you do from here? You go mid, but that's for a different video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video / learned something. If you didn't learn anything, nothing got absorbed, and you got this far in the video, there is one takeaway you must take away from this video, and it is that you should build a habit of coming up with what your matchup looks like before the game starts. Look at what your support is good at, and look what the enemy support is good at, and know that that is the foundation of which you should fight over CS. Nami, good at trading, can catch with bubble. That's what we're looking for when Corki wants to CS. Brand, good at poking and catching with stun. That is what they are looking for when I want to CS. Okay? Anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed, please consider like, comment, subscribe, all that garbage. Check out the stream, check out the Patreon, whatever. I will see you guys next time.